Hey guys, good morning. So am I audible? Can you please confirm? Hello? Hello?
Audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So in the last class, we started already architecture diagram of SIM tool. We have another 3 SIM tools are pending. That one I will complete in the today's class. Sorry, yesterday and day before yesterday, I was sick and also I have a lot of meetings are there back to back from office point of view. Apologies for that. Okay. So let's start now. Fourth one is Splunk. So far we completed McAfee. Next one is logarithm. Next one is HP ArcSight. You no need to keep all the SIM tools in the resume. Whatever practically I'm going to teach, I will teach IBM QRadar. That one you can keep in the resume. Okay, so why you need all these different types of tools, introduction, and also backend architecture diagrams, licensing, design, deployment, and even security instance or alert notification information. Because whenever something they are keeping, they are looking for maybe Splunk, or they are looking maybe Azure Sentinel, or maybe they are looking for something else. In that scenario, instead of saying the no to the respective interviewer, I know about backend process. If I give 1 or 2 days KT or knowledge transfer session or training, then I can work on the other tools as well. But most of the cases, they will not shortlist based on the resume, whatever tools you are keeping. Okay. So whatever tools you are keeping, even if it is not existing in your resume also, they will shortlist. At the time of the interview, they will check only backend process. Example, in your resume, you are keeping IBM QRadar and Wipro is looking for the Splunk. That doesn't mean that you are not eligible for the Wipro company interview. Clear? So even they will shortlist, and after going to the interview, they will not ask about whether do you aware of the Splunk and so on. What they will expect, each and every tool backend concept only they will ask. Even in case they are expecting some of the architecture diagrams, you should aware of this one. That is the reason I am providing all these architecture diagrams. Hope it clears. Okay, so let's start now. Splunk contains mainly 3 components once again. Okay, first component, Splunk contains 3 components. First one is search heads. This is like a SIM tool. Second one is search indexers. So third one is search forwarders or forwarders. So these are all the 3 components: search heads, search indexers, and search forwarders. Search heads is like a SIM tool. It's our user console. There we can do an investigation part. Search indexer, it's like a processing of the logs as well as filtering, indexing, and querying. So this is like a log manager as per the generic architecture diagram. So next one is the search forwarders. It's like a log collector. Okay, it will collect the logs. So where is your work is involved? Whether log collector or log processor or else on the SIM tool directly. Where is your work is involved? Out of these 3 components, where you have to log into the tool and you have to work on respect instant investigations. SIM tool.
Simple, sir.
Yeah, SIM tool. SIM tool has a user console. You have to log into that one. All these are implementations. Basically, it's a backend process. Okay. Now backend process we can discuss. So I will go with the same diagram, whatever we discussed previously. So this is like a search heads. It is like a SIM tool now. Once you are opening this particular SIM tool of this Splunk, what are the different types of tabs we can see? One is dashboard. Second one is incidents or alerts. Next one, log on reporting. So there we can do the analysis of the log. Next one is case management. When you say case management, so basically different types of tickets investigation is called case management. Okay. Next one is UBA, user entity behavior analytics. Next one is threat hunting. It's not a mandatory UBA threat hunting SOAR capability should be there for each and every tool whatever you're working on. So whatever customer you are working on, if they purchased all these licenses, then only we can see UBA threat hunting SOAR capability. Otherwise, you will not see all these tabs. But where is your main work is involved? Your main work is involved part of dashboard, incidents or alerts, logs. These three tabs only. Even case management also. These four tabs: dashboard, incidents or alerts. Next one is log on reporting, case management. So remaining all these are part of completely depending on whether they took the license or not. Moreover, WOBA threat hunting SOAR or L3 level. Whoever is keeping experience more than 6+ years, those people will fall under so L3 level. So they'll expect all this threat hunting mean by what? What is meant by WOBA? What is SOAR? How can you do SOAR capability? Okay. So these are all the couple of dashboards will be the couple of tabs will be there once you are opening this Splunk tool. Okay. Now search heads is like a SIM tool. This is also called as a ESM, Enterprise Security Manager, or SIM console. So what is second component I said? Search indexers or processor also, anything is fine. So this also search indexers. Next one is log collector. In this Splunk terminology, we can call it as Splunk forwarders or search forwarders. Anything is fine. Okay. Now, same as it is, every organization contain different types of log sources. That may be firewall, proxy, IDS, IPS, EDR, DLP, encryption, all the endpoints like a laptop, MacBook, workstation, desktop, all the servers, all the databases, all the applications, and so on, extra. So now Splunk forwarders, it will collect the logs from these are all the different types of log sources using different types of log integration methods. Those log integration methods are syslog, Splunk forwarder or collector agent. Next one, apps method. What Splunk has done, I already told you at the time of log integration method, Splunk has developed their own apps for each and every vendor. Example, if you want to integrate CrowdStrike, one of the EDR tool, they created one of the app. In the similar way, if they want to integrate FortiGate firewall logs, they created one of the app for FortiGate app. In the similar way, if they want to integrate one of the server, that may be example Windows, then they created one of the apps for Windows. In such a way, they created different types of apps to integrate all the different types of log sources logs to SIM tool. So that is called apps method. Only this particular customer has developed the apps or applications to integrate the logs to SIM tool, no other vendor. So that is third method. Next one is even it will support WMI method and MSRPC method. So these are all the okay. So different types of log integration methods Splunk will be used to integrate the logs to SIM tool. After completing the respective collection of the logs, then it will complete aggregation, parsing, and normalization. Then those logs it will send it to the so respective search indexers or log processor or data processor. Then it will complete filtering, querying, and indexing part, and backend correlation rule engine. Now, whenever external attacker or internal employee they are trying to do some of the hacking or malicious activity, whatever correlation rule or use cases we created, it will hit that particular logic. Nothing but it will match that particular logic, and finally, front end of the Splunk search heads alert or incident will be generated. Now we have SOC team like L1 or L2 or L3 team. We can take care of the respective incident investigation. So that is the overall backend process. So why Splunk they are calling it as search. So as I said previously, HP ArcSight, Logarithm, IBM QRadar, McAfee. Next one is Event Tracker. So Cisco Managed Report SIEM. All these are user friendly. If you don't know anything about anything, if you don't know something about anything, what will you do? We'll go to the Google and we'll ask, right? So we'll give a query in the Google, then Google will provide the answer. Not only Google, that may Bing, or that may be some other search engines also. So if we don't know something, we can go to the Google and we can give that particular option, and respective resolutions or solutions will come, that will be provided by Google. Same way, search it is equivalent to Google. Splunk, what they are trying to say here. So Splunk is equivalent to Google. Whatever query you can write, whatever question you can ask, we can provide. So that is the reason they are so comparing Splunk with the Google. Okay. So similar way, meaning here from security point of view, if you are writing any query, then I will provide the answer. That is the meaning of the search. Hope you got it. Okay. So that is the backend process now. I'm repeating once again. Splunk contains three components. First one is search heads. Second one is search indexes. Third one is search forwarders. So search forwarders, it will collect the logs from different types of log sources using different types of log integration method. Then it will complete aggregation, parsing, and normalization. Those logs it will send it to search indexes or search processors. Then it will complete filtering, querying, and indexing. And the search indexer has a backend correlation rule engine. And whenever attacker or internal employee they are trying to do malicious activity or suspicious or abnormal or any hacking, whatever logic we created part of correlation rule engine or use case, so it will hit that particular use case front end of the respective SIM tool of the Splunk. Incidents or alerts will be generated. Now, as a SOC team like L1 or L2 or L3, we will take care of the instant investigation or forensic analysis. So that is overall how Splunk will work. Any doubt in this one? Splunk architecture and backend process?
No, sir.
Yeah, same thing we discussed already. Logarithm, HP ArcSight, and also McAfee, generic architecture also. Only component names are different. That's it. Remaining everything backend process same as it is. So I'm going back to our Excel sheet. So Splunk backend process. So I will copy paste this one same as it is. Then I will change the only respective components point of view. So instead of log collector, what is the component name? What is component name? Splunk forwarders. Yeah. Then it will complete aggregation path. Then those logs it will send it to the search indexers. Then search indexers. Which engine here? It is not advanced intelligence engine. This for logarithm side. What is engine name?
CRE.
CRE, correlation rule engine. That's right. Yeah, that's fine. These are all the backend process now. We can discuss about other components as well. So additional features are licensing. Additional features are licensing. So first one, what we have to do, we have to purchase Uber. So these features are completely depending on company. That's what I said. If we have the budget or price to purchase all these licenses, yes, we can purchase. It's like additional module, additional top up. Okay. In case if we don't have the budget, okay, I will take the risk. There is no problem. I can accept the risk whenever attacker is doing. Then companies will not. Okay, so purchase all these options. So second one is SOAR. What is SOAR name in Splunk? I given already previously. What is SOAR name in Splunk? What is the SOAR name in Splunk? At the time of Uber, so there we discussed. SOAR name is Phantom. So SOAR capability name is called as a Phantom. Third one is threat hunting. Next one is premium support. Okay. Next one, they have their own intelligence, global threat intelligence. Splunk, global threat intelligence. Yeah. So these are the couple of features are there part of Splunk. Now, design or deployment. How we can deploy this one? First one is same thing, standalone. What is second one? What is second one we discussed? Standalone for single
Distributed.
location. Yeah, distributed. Third one is, there is no third one basically. Third one, all in one box. When I say all in one box, all the components are then in a single box. First of all, Splunk will not support any hardware based module. When you say hardware based module, it's like our physical laptop or physical mobile. So they don't have any hardware component at all. So what we have to do, we have to purchase a Splunk software file. That particular software file we have to deploy on top of the either Windows server or Linux server. But most of the cases we can deploy on the Windows server, because Windows server is a user friendly as compared to Linux. There is no need to remember the commands. So Splunk and HP ArcSight also, these two completely it will support only software based modules. They don't have any physical devices. All other vendors will support even hardware devices also, except Splunk and HP ArcSight. So after purchasing the SIM tool software license, whatever Windows server that maybe we are using, we have to install on top of the Windows server or maybe Unix server or Linux server. Then we have to provide one of the IP address, subnet mask to log in that particular tool from the remote or virtual. Okay, so that's why all-in-one box meaning a hardware device. That's why it will not support all-in-one box hardware-based deployment. Okay. Next one is implementation side. So it's a dedicated to software. There is no hardware-based approach. There is no hardware module is existing part of Splunk. Second one is software-based only. Completely software. We have to install on top of the on top of Windows or Linux. So what is mean by that one? Splunk SIM download. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Splunk Cloud platform. This is example. Get my free trial. So if you are downloading this one, this is software. After downloading this software, we have to install. Even in laptop also we can install. You can see this is showing as a try up to 5 GB per day, or this particular trial version. Trial version is nothing but demo piece, like a demo tool. So we can work up to 14 days. 14 days they are giving trial version. Now whatever we are downloading is a software. It's not at all hardware. Whether purchasing any hardware here, no. Same thing here. We have to download this Splunk Enterprise also same thing. Splunk Enterprise is nothing but enterprise level. As I said earlier also, there are three different types of organizations we have. One is small startup companies. Second one is a medium. Third one is enterprise level. Okay. So enterprise level meaning here, if the users are more than 10,000 employees, those organizations we can call it as a completely enterprise level. So now they are saying also 500 MB per day, 60 days they can give. Okay. So there is no credit card also required if you want to try to download as a free trial. So now after downloading this particular software, we can install. If you want to try it in our laptop, we can download it and we can install laptop also. But in the organization point of view, I'm explaining about overall company and organization point of view. After purchasing this solution, now on top of the Windows server, we have to install. And after that, we have to integrate all the logs or logs to SIEM tool using different types of log integration methods. Then it will complete all the backend processes. And whenever a hacker or internal employee they are making abnormal activity, alerts will be generated. That is mean by software. You got it right? Any doubt in this one? It's a piece of software file basically.
No, sir, no.
Yeah. So that is my software versus hardware. Next one. Incidents are alerts, severity of the incidents. First one is critical, second one is high, third one is medium, fourth one is low, and finally informational. So, and also I'll provide along with the even score as well. Critical is 80 to 100, high is belongs to 60 to 80, medium is belongs to 40 to 60, low is belongs to 20 to 40, and information is belongs to 10 to 20. So these are all the severity levels or alerts and also along with respective score. And log,
Informational 0 to 20.
sorry, 0 to 20, sorry, 0 to 20. Yeah. Next one is log integration methods. So what is the first one? Syslog. Second one is collector agent or forwarder otherwise. Collector agent. Third one is apps method. Fourth one is WMI, Windows Messaging Instrumentation. All these methods already we discussed. MSRPC. So these are all the methods we can use to integrate the logs. So that is about overall. Anything I missed out? Yeah, backend database. Backend database or programming language. So it will use SPL. They have their own programming language. They developed basically. Splunk has developed, they have their own programming language. That is called Splunk programming language. Using this one, we can write a queries. It's similar to like a SQL. Splunk programming language. So that is the backend respective programming languages it is using, and also backend database. It's their own that particular database, and also using SPL, Splunk programming code. It's similar to almost equals to our SQL queries. Okay. So that is the backend database side. And Splunk has a two forwarders basically. Splunk forwarder types, three forwarder types. One is lightweight forwarder. Second one is heavyweight forwarder. Third one is universal forwarder. In the HP arc site, how many connectors we have? HP arc site. Last class we discussed. On the HP arc side. Two. One is smart connectors, second flexible connectors. In the similar way, Splunk also has three different types of forwarders. One is lightweight and second is heavyweight. Third one is universal forwarder. It's entire question, guys. If you are going for Splunk vacancy, they will ask how many types of forwarders Splunk is supporting: lightweight, heavyweight, and universal. And also additionally, why we are using three different types of forwarders. Lightweight, heavyweight, it will support parsing, normalization, aggregation. Universal forwarder will not support parsing. I'm repeating once again. Lightweight, heavyweight will support about parsing, normalization, but universal forwarder will support normalization, but it will not support parsing. That is the drawback. Universal forward has a drawback, that is nothing but it will not do parsing part. Okay, so no time giving. Difference between lightweight and heavyweight. And universal forwarder is lightweight and heavyweight will support parsing and normalization, but universal forwarder will not support parsing. So that is the main difference. Now, what is the event format Splunk will support? Anyone? What event format Splunk will support? If you want to convert different types of raw logs into Splunk understandable format is called as parsing, but SM understandable or readable format is called as
CEF common.
CEF, common event format. That's right. CEF, common event format. Yeah. So that is about overall Splunk side. Only now investigations is different. That's it. Anything I missed out? SQL, collectors. Okay, fine. Yeah, log integration, design, deployment. Yeah, that's it. So that is about overall Splunk. Next one we can move to, okay, so Exabeam. After this one is completed, then I can go to IBM QRadar. Then we'll complete all the main leading tools, whatever it is available in the market, as per the SIM tool architecture's point of view and SIM tools point of view. So Exabeam contains mainly, okay, so 3 components. Additionally, it will contains one more component. So I'll explain that one as well. So Exabeam, it's also one of the leading tool in the market right now. Exabeam contains 3 components. First one is data lake or data pool, meaning here pool of the logs. So in SIM tool, we have millions and billions of the logs will be there. That's why you can call it a data lake or data pool. Second one is a node. It's for processing of the logs. It's called as a log processor. Third one is log collector only. Okay. So what is first component? Data lake or data pool. Second component is node. Third one is log collector. Data pool or data lake is mainly for the deep drive investigation or deep drill investigation, deep drive investigation or drill down investigation to any respective SIM tool. That is called data lake side. That is not a SIM tool basically. Node is for the log processing and also storage. It will process the logs and additionally it will do storage also. Third one is log collector. What is log collector? It will do collection of the logs and also completing all the aggregation, parsing, and normalization. So that's all about overall component side. Now, additionally, it contains one more component basically. That component name is called as advanced analytics. Okay. So in the diagrammatic way, I will explain advanced analytics. So that is the next component name. Okay. So what is this advanced analytics basically? It's a combination of both UBA, user entity behavior analytics. Okay. So meaning here, it is a combination of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and data analytics part. Based on the unknown behavior of the attack. Using machine learning, it will identify the alert notification. And also data analytics. When you say data analytics, mathematical calculations using statistics and mathematics. So that's called data analytics part. So it will use these two. So finally, alert will be generated, a risk score will be generated. Okay. So advanced analytics is a combination of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and also data analytics part. Now architecture diagram, it will change a little bit here and there. I will go back to architecture diagram. Now additionally, whatever logs are generated to data lake, we have to forward those logs to one more component. So this is advanced analytics now. Clear? So there are two, how many consoles will be there? One console or two consoles now?
Two consoles.
Yeah, two consoles. One is for the data lake. This is for data lake. Because two hardware devices has the two consoles. This is advanced analytics, as I said. And this one is node. This is also node. This is same as this. Filtering, indexing, querying, coordination rule engine, same as this. It will not change anything. And forwarders is called as a log collector. So this is also log collector. Okay, now what is the backend process now? Log collector, it will collect the logs from different types of log sources using firewall, proxy, IDS, IPS, DLP, encryption, HIDS, HAPS, file integrity monitoring, firewall, and all the applications, all the servers, all the databases, cloud, if it is existing, all these. Using different types of log integration methods, those log integration methods are only three. One is syslog, second one is collector agent, and third one is cloud connector. Only these three it is supporting by Exabeam tool. Cloud connector. So these are the log integration methods. Now what is the backend process? Log collector, it will collect the logs from different types of log sources using log integration methods. Then it will complete aggregation, parsing, and normalization. Then those logs, it will send it to the node. Node will do the processing of the logs. And whatever process logs are there, it will store as well. So then it has a backend process like filtering, indexing, querying, it will do. And also backend it has a correlation rule engine. Now, whenever attacker is trying to do the hacking or any abnormal activity, it will hit whatever correlation rule or logic we created under the CRE engine. Now, alerts will be generated under the advanced analytics. Why data lake we can use for deeper investigation? That's what I said. Your 99% of the work is involved under the advanced analytics, is a part of UBA. So, incident investigations will fall under which tab? Advanced analytics tab. In case if you don't get the full-fledged details in the advanced analytics tab part of alerts or incidents, then we have to go to the data lake and we have to do the deeper investigation or drill downing of the respective attack. Okay, so that is about how we are analyzing this one. If you want to send the logs from data lake to advanced analytics, data lake to, because data lake is not generating any alerts. Which one is generating alerts? Advanced analytics. So what are the different types of components or tabs you will see part of data advanced analytics? Dashboard. Next one is incidents, case management. Next one is UBA, SOAR, threat hunting. Yeah, admin, final reports. So these are the couple of components it contains by the respective advanced analytics console, not first one, second one. This is the one. Then what is first one it contains here? First one is dashboard. Next one is admin tab, settings tab. Next one is visualizations. Nothing but if you want to check any bar chart or pie chart or comparison chart, we will use visualization. Now, most of the cases, UBA is working concept called Exabeam is working concept called UBA, user behavior analytics, entity behavior analytics. I can show that console also now. Exabeam console. Can you see my screen now? So this is the way how it looks like. Home page. Next one is incidents or alerts. Next one is threat hunting. These are all the pages you can, playbooks also you can see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is the basically console you have to work on. This console you have to work on. Now all these are incidents. Okay, so these are all the incidents and these are also incidents. And here UBA, user entity behavior analytics, meaning here user related incidents it will come based on the machine learning capability. Entity means asset. When I say asset, laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop or any server, that is called asset. So these are all user related incidents and these are all asset related incidents. Okay, these two we can do the respective investigation. So as per the severity score, most of the vendors are 0 to 100 only. That may be McAfee 0 to 100, logarithm 0 to 100, HP ArcSet 0 to 100, Splunk 0 to 100. But Exabeam side, what did I say previously when we were discussing about UBA, user entity behavior analytics part? I said 0 to infinity. Did you remember? 0 to infinity. Now you can see score also 471. It's more than 100 or not? Is it more than 100 or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can see 412. Okay, I will maximize the screen. Yeah, you can see 471 and also notable users. All these incidents came to users. Notable assets. All the incidents came to respective assets. So score will come 0 to infinity any score. Now why the score is coming into the more than 90? So whatever incident score is greater than 90, it will be considered as a critical. So less than 90 are completely low or informational only. We can ignore. There is no 80 to 100 is a critical, or 60 to 80 is a high, or 40 to 6 is a medium, 20 to 40 is a low, and 0 to 20 is informational. It is not like that in the Exabeam case. Exabeam case, what instance you have to do investigation, whatever incident score is greater than 90, it is coming. Those incidents we have to work on. Okay. So example, now you can see service account score also they are monitoring. Couple of servers has service account also. one of the servers account one score is 187. Can you do investigation on this one now? Yes or no? 187. 180, can we do investigation or not? Yes, we can do.
Yes, sir.
Greater than
We can do,
90.
sir.
Yeah, greater than
Yes,
90
sir. We can
score,
do.
whatever it is coming, yes, we can do that. Less than 90, we no need to do anything. So this is the way how the respective exabeam looks like. Okay. So that's what I'm saying theoretical way now. So this is the theory. These are all things. So now why we are using data lake? Very rare cases we will use data lake. Data lake is mainly for the whenever if you want to go for the deeper investigation. For example, maybe in the advanced analytics, you received one of the alert. That alert belongs to brute force attack. And unfortunately, you did not get the full-fledged information under the advanced analytics part of Exabeam. Now what we have to do, you have to come to data lake and we have to give a query now. So data lake is mainly for giving the queries and it's like a Google now once again. Data lake, it will act as a Google and whatever query you are giving, according to that one, answer will come to us same way. So whatever now in our scenario, whatever I said, so one of the brute force attack it's happening and unfortunately we don't know who is the user and what is the IP address and where it is located, what is the timestamp. Then we can come to data lake and we can give the query and we can get the information here. So that is what overall basically how the Exabeam is developed the product. Exabeam is developed. This is the way how the functionality will work. Completely they are working on the OBA concept. Okay. Now go back to here. So Exabeam additional features are licensing. So backend process I forgot. Okay, one before going to that one, I want to explain one more thing here. So okay, data lake. From data lake, we have to send the logs to advanced analytics or not? Yes, we have to. After sending the data lake, alerts will see under the part of here. From data lake, we have to send the logs to advanced analytics. Here it will use syslog and syslog port number is 514.
514.
Yeah, syslog server method, we can integrate the logs to respect to advanced analytics part. So that is overall architecture point of view. Now backend process. So backend process, it will change here a little bit. Why? Because whatever logs are going to data lake, we have to send logs once again to SIM tool. So I will take this one once again. So instead of SPLUNK forwarders, we have to change to log collectors. So log collectors, it will collect the logs from different types of log sources. It will complete all these things. Then it will complete aggregation, passing, normalization. Then those logs, it will send it to what is second component name? Node.
Node.
Node. Yes, node. Then so node will do processing of the logs, and also filtering, querying, and indexing. And additionally, it can be used for storaging also. And the backend, it has doesn't have the correlation rule engine. Alerts correlation rule engine, it will be there, but alerts will be triggered part of our advanced analytics engine. I will remove this one. Those logs, it will go to data lake. From data lake, we have to integrate logs to advanced analytics engine using syslog server method. using syslog server method. Okay. Now, whenever any abnormal or malicious or suspicious act will happen by an attacker or internal employee, so whatever use cases we created under CRE of advanced analytics engine, it will hit the logic and front end of the SIEM tool, alerts will be generated. Okay, fine. So this is the overall backend process, guys. Okay, please go through this one also. I change a little bit here and there because we have to feed logs from data lake to advanced analytics. Okay, that in sentence I added. Next one is additional licensing. Additional licensing, first one is SOAR capability. SOAR name in Exabeam. Incident responder. Incident responder. Next one is UBA. Next one is threat hunting. Premium support. Okay. Yeah. So the cloud connector, we have to purchase cloud connector also. I'll put cloud connector also additionally to integrate the logs mainly. So these are the 4 licensing additionally we have to purchase part of Exabeam. Now incident score, alert score. What did you say incident score? 0 to
0 to infinity.
infinity. And we have to work on greater than 90 score incidents. We have to work on greater than 90 score incident. Those things we have to consider as a critical or high or medium. Okay. So that is about incident score and also severity of the alerts. Next one is log integration methods. First one is syslog. Second one is collector agent. Third one is cloud connector. Yeah, so there are 3 different log integration methods supporting by Exabeam. Next one is design or deployment. It will support standalone, distributed. They don't all in one box. Next one, implementation side. They have software based, hardware based, cloud based also. It is supporting these 3: software, hardware, cloud also. SaaS based tool also it will support. That is called cloud. So these are on the implementation side. Yeah. So next one is common event backend database. Backend database is, what is backend database?
KQL.
No, 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 no. SQL
Sir,
only.
SQL, sir.
Yeah, SQL.
SQL.
SQL. Structured query language directly. And common event format name. CEF only. There is no thing, no change. It will be. Yeah. So that is about overall Exabeam. So don't think like Splunk and Exabeam you have to write queries and is it difficult? No, it's not like that. So what every organization, only cracking the interior it's may be difficult, but after joining in a company, they will make around 10 to 20 queries. We have to use those 10 to 20 queries for each and every incident investigation. That one they will put in either Excel sheet or maybe OneDrive to overall team wise, or maybe the compliance page related to Jira. So then we have to go and we have to copy paste. That's the way how we can write the queries. So don't think like, okay, Splunk maybe if I'm selecting it's complicated. No, it's not like that. So whatever regular investigations we are doing, everything we can make on Excel sheet. Already everything process is defined. Now those alerts, those queries we have to take and we have to make copy paste and we have to see what is the results and we have to analyze that results. Okay. So that is about
Sir, one
overall.
small doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, if any new incident happens and that if it is not default mentioned in the query, at
Mm.
that time, as in SOC L2 or L1, we have to write the queries or will anyone assist, sir?
Now basically, Sindhu, on the left hand side, plus symbols will be there. If you are clicking on the IP address, automatically all the logs will appear. Because unfortunately, I don't know tool access to show. Maybe
Okay,
let me
sir.
check. Let me try. So on the data lake side, if you are going, not here, on the data lake, what did I say? For deeper investigation, you have to go to the data lake. That's what I said, right?
Okay, okay.
If you are going to data lake, on the left hand side, it will give all the information. You no need to write a query also. So just you can go to the left hand side and you can see plus symbol. Query will come automatically. Just you can click on that plus symbol, like a filtering basically. Just a simple, what is the filtering? Maybe I will try to find identify is there any um, videos are existing and I can share with you all the guys. So it's not that much complicated, even though it's a new issue. Okay, new query. In that scenario, just you can give a query stating that based on the respective username or IP address, timestamp, log source wise, we can give in such a and also we can analyze. Example, firewall is a log
Okay,
source.
sir.
Firewall is a log source. Then we can give log source equals to firewall. That firewall must be inverted commas. Then automatically firewall related logs it will appear part of our Splunk, even if it is a new attack. There is no need to worry whether it is existing attack or new attack. These queries are common for new or existing one. Otherwise, I can't remember the query. Then what I said is just left hand side plus symbols with it. You have to click on that particular plus symbols. That is also fine. Otherwise, forget
Okay.
about all these things. As I said, already process is defined by the organizations and you are selecting for that company. Whatever queries we are using regularly, all those queries they will share with you. Example, I will say one of the employees working in Microsoft. So they are using Azure Sentinel. Azure Sentinel, whatever investigation they are doing daily basis, they will use 17 queries. Any investigation they are coming, those 17 queries only they will write, they will filter out. Okay, that is the way how the process is defined. There is no need to worry about how to write a query because all the process will be there, everything. Just we have to copy paste. Only for cracking the maybe interview may be a little bit complicated because we have to remember the queries. But after joining the company, it's very easy to write a queries or analyzing of the queries and so on. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. So that is about overall Exabeam side. Okay. Uh, yeah. Evening also I will take the class case because I did not take yesterday class. Evening I will take the class around 7:30 or 8 o'clock I will take the class evening, 8 p.m. IST. Then I will complete overall IBM curator architecture. And we have couple of pending things are there like escalation matrix, incident tracker, then shift handover, shift takeover, and what are the different types of reports we have to generate regularly. Once this one is completed, theoretical way, then I can start working on the practical sessions. Clear? I will
Yes,
take the
sir.
evening class also. Linga, please adjust only, I think from your side some problem for me. You can adjust your side only for today. Evening 8 to 9, I will take the class.
Okay, sir. No issues.
Okay.
Okay, then that's all for today. Then we can catch up around 8 p.m. IST.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, guys, then. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thanks.